Welcome, folks. I'm Wasabi1, and I'm bringing you a special match. This is a practice match between Nexzil and Mercury on this Saturday. We are just about to get started here, and we're going to go ahead and introduce you to the team, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it on in. All right, so today's lineup includes Versal and a Merc DN Boom, Gorgeous R-Line, another Merc Gliss, and Bitey. And then on the Mercury side, no, wait a minute, Gliss isn't a, I don't think Gliss is actually a Merc. What am I talking about? And then on the Mercury side, we've got Llama, Danny, Era, Fix, Vald, and Toby. Oh, we love Toby. And today we are playing on Descent, and this should be an exciting game. We will be getting going in just a few moments here. I think we're just waiting for the teams to ready up. Very exciting to see more and more gameplay happening on Descent. This is actually a pretty cool map. A lot of different ways to get through the map, going through these center areas. So it'll be really exciting to see two really good teams play again on this map. And here we go. Cross spawns, as always, with the NSL maps. We've got Nexzil starting down in Drone Bay while the aliens start up in Fabrication. Fabrication isn't the best place to start as aliens, well, frankly, as Marines either, but it'll be interesting to see what Nexzil does in order to combat this. Looks like it's a quick push to Gravity and to Hydroanalysis, and they're not going to go right for the res. But the aliens are already going to scout. Looks like they're going to Energy, and they know that Boom is waiting in Hydro. Marines have capped observation and are making their way down to Monorail. As well as over here in Gravity, we've got two guys starting to make their way into Launch Control. There's no one there waiting for them. Power now up in Hydroanalysis. Danny in here lurking, or shall I say skulking, on Boom, trying to get up this RT. The question will be, will Danny engage or will he hold back? Three Skulks coming in to make a push on Boom. And Fix is going to get the kill on Boom. Three Skulks and a Gorge. And it begs the question to wonder if they're actually going to go for the second hive here at Hydro. Very aggressive position. Whether or not it'll actually prove to win for them is another scenario. Over here in Gravity Control, they're losing this RT to Llama. While we've still got the two Marines building up in Launch Control. Toby coming in to try to get some bites on these guys, but Toby will go down in combat. The Skulk Pack and the Gorge made their way over here to Silo. Gorgeous and Bitey trying to get in. They take down both the Skulks. Era's going to do what he can to get out of the room. With the help of Infestation and those Hydras, will protect himself for the moment. Marines have secured 5 extractors at this point to the 3 alien harvesters, and the aliens have put down forward Hydras to help defend themselves. This is a pretty tactical move, tactical move by the aliens. When you start in Fabrication, there's lots of aggression by the Marines. Pretty easy to come in and snipe both your expansion RTs, and you've really got to work hard to hold them because it's important to get that res flow going. Marines are doing a great job of pressuring energy flow right now. My feeling is if you can hold energy flow, you can really take out Fabrication because there's not a lot that the aliens can do in this room or without this room to do much attack. Otherwise, they've got to come all the way around here through Club. They got to make their way through this corridor, and it just makes it difficult. Marines are coming back to defend Launch Control again. Toby again against Gliss and R-Line goes down yet again, saving the RTs. At this moment, the aliens are very distracted by this Nexzil team. Looks like they're finally going to clean up Bitey over here, but they've lost a lot of time themselves to take down Marine RTs. But by distracting and not losing an RT, they are holding res, and they have enough to drop that second hive. They don't hold a room well enough, though, to place it yet. Mines are now out, which you can see are assisting. When you got 3 skulks against 1 or 2 Marines, the chance of the Marines surviving that is pretty slim to none. So now you've got Toby and Val making their way into hydroanalysis. They know that this is probably the room that's most important for them to secure. They're going to try to spread infestation down here to Monorail. Monorail can be a good expansion hive, especially now that we've got this glass that's been put up here. Makes it a lot harder to assault the hive, but you put some arcs right here, and it's pretty much GG for this room. And now they've given away their position by going after the res in this room, which I think is a mistake. They should have waited to cap the res until the hive was up. Get some crags going in there. They have taken down the harvester here in energy, and the skulks are trying to get some damage finally going. No one's attacking Monorail, and the Monorail hive has been dropped. These 3 Marines are making their way up to fabrication right now, and they can cut off the sys chain. That can delay some stuff in Monorail. But out comes the first lurk. Fix the lurk. And he is trying to put some damage on these Marines, but 3 Marines out here, armor level 1 already researched and complete. You know, that's going to make it a lot more difficult for that lurk to attack. They trying to get a flank going on here. The 1 skulk coming from behind where the lurk attacks from the front. You also got Toby in there trying to support, which is a good move on his part. Now 2 skulks, 3rd from behind, and the lurk. I have a feeling that these 3 Marines are going to be in a little bit of trouble here. All the while with this cleanup, they have secured more than enough time to get this hive. Oh, my insight is not working, but all the while securing this hive now with 2 crags up to defend it, and no one needs to build it. Just keep the pressure up, keep them away. So that's a pretty good thing at this point. They do need to keep working on the res, though. They've been able to get down hydro. Energy flow has not been recaptured, but it looks like that's going to happen in a moment. Launch control is pretty low. They've recapped gravity, and it looks like now they could potentially lose observation if they can take down Gorgeous. Marines are going for level 1 weapons. They do have shotguns out on the field now. With the observatory up, we will probably see phase tech here very shortly. Phase tech's pretty crucial to Marines' long game on this map. They need to be able to get to the different places. Aliens actually don't have res at Plaza. It's been a while since that was taken down, and I would hope that they could get that back up. They need the continual res flow to get their upgrades going, so as soon as that second hive has grown now at 71%, they can put the pressure on the Marines a lot better. Fighting making his way into energy, doing some mine placement. He's going to go straight for that res node, keep the pressure going. Aliens being aggressive and going for observation. Don't know that that was the best idea to spend res. So now they're going to probably lose both observation and energy because no one's anywhere near Bitey. And yeah, he's going to take this down with complete ease. We're going to go ahead and follow. Just watching Lurk play, you can see it's gotten a little bit smoother. Fix plays it pretty simple. He's going to go in for the spikes, try to get a bite off, avoid, go back in for the spikes and bite. Let the skulks do the dirty work. You just take away that armor, poison bite him a little bit, helps take down his health. It's a pretty wise decision by Fix here in the situation to utilize those skulks. Second hive is now complete, and the Marines do not have a second command station yet, but they are going for level 2 armor, which again will help, especially with the ping disadvantaged skulks in this situation. Avoiding Monorail completely. Boom and Gorgeous making their way down through water treatment. Level 3 armor now started as well. It looks like they're going to assault Mono, but that Lurk is just waiting for him. Here he comes, Fix coming in. We're going to switch to Gorgeous. Gorgeous has got his shotgun out. He is stalking that Lurk. Skull coming in from behind, and Gorgeous almost goes down, but the med techs come in just in time. The Lurk is the only one here. 3 Marines, and they're really going to put the pressure on here. Skull coming in, 1 shot down already. Med techs flying down. Versal doing what he can to support these players, but now 3 Skulks in the room. Can Gorgeous get some good shotgun shots down? No, he will go down. So that was a good assault by the Marines, but unfortunately the aliens were too close or spawned in just at the right moment. But look at this up in fabrication. Oh, they've lost their carapace shell. Those 2 Marines moved in, put on the pressure. Now they'll retreat to get to a better position to defend themselves. Still no RT in Plaza. I'd say the Marines are doing quite a good job at the moment. Level 3 armor is about 30% complete. Still no phase gates. But the Marines really haven't needed it. But back here at Marine Start, Toby's saying, I'm going to go for that OBS. And he's going to get it down before Versal comes out of the chair. Will probably even get out of the room. Yes, he does. Versal gets back in the chair. No OBS. So you can almost wonder, are they going to plan an assault on Marine Start? Versal will drop an OBS, and he'll probably just wait for the next person to spawn in to build it. Over here in Club, we've got Fix and Vald. Let's go ahead and switch to Vald's view. Vald as a Skulk is working on parasiting those Marines. Get a better idea of where they are. Fix, Lurk, going in. Like I said, spiking and biting, spiking and biting. Looks like Vald's going to go ahead and get himself an upgrade. Leap is now out, and it looks like they're actually going to not engage with those Marines and head back up to fabrication. Boom, an R line. We'll go ahead and switch to Gliss's view. Bliss taking the forward position in this 3-man team. He has only got a rifle.
Commander, I need ammo.
And it looks like they're really going to do a push for a fab. Just the Lurk up here at the moment. Using his welder to not waste any ammo and cut off the sys chain. And the Lurk goes down. Fix takes a deadly shot from the shotgun. And now you've got 4 Marines assaulting the fabrication hive. Oh my, my, my. 2 Skulks in observation. They will put pressure on Marine Start. 1 Marine coming out of Marine Start right now. But this looks to be a big problem for fabrication at the moment. You've got a 4-man flank, pretty much all with welders, healing each other, and just putting enough pressure on the hive. They've got to work on these eggs, though, because as the aliens start going down, they're going to have issues. The OBS has been lost at Marine Start. I'm going to switch back real quick, and it does look like they're able to save themselves with mines and bitey, but the OBS is down. With 4 Skulks dead, that means a wave spawn is coming to fabrication, and these boys better hurry to take down this hive. They will win before the wave spawn comes in. Now that leaves 46 res for the alien team and Monorail as the only hive. Llama now is Fade. I mean, this is pretty important not to lose Llama. He's already at 222 health, 9 armor. So any shot he takes from a shotgun is going to do quite a bit of damage to him. And he's not going to get healed anywhere. I mean, he's just getting infestation heal. Shotgun blast looking to go right to the face, but doesn't seem to register. The spread might have been too far at that distance. The Skulks want fabrication back. With only the 2 Marines up here, no phase gates to reinforce. He's going in for it, but 11 and oh crap, 100 health. Saves himself. Just luckily, you saw the screen go red there a little bit, and that was the fear of him going down. They cannot afford to lose this Fade. All right, so we're looking now. It looks like Danny's got enough to go Fade as well. Vald in just a moment here. They have redropped the hive up in fabrication. They've got to stop the Marines from pressuring that. And still, no phase gates. So this really could still be anybody's game. Folks are just trying to get the lay of the land here, seeing these 3 Marines make their way in. With level 3 armor online, and they know this now because of how much bites and swipes it takes, they know that they haven't invested in really level weapon upgrades. So that's a good thing for them at the moment, because that means that the effectiveness of their weapons isn't as great as it could be. They don't have a Crag Hive because they lost fabrication. Luckily, they were able to get a Carapace shell up soon enough. Llama seemed to be stuck a little bit, and Llama's going to get out of there quickly because he almost went down to Gliss in his shotgun. Now Danny out his fade. Danny's coming around trying to protect himself. These Marines are doing a fantastic job of landing hits. Let's go ahead and jump into Gliss. Gliss has got his shotgun in hand, and Welder, as I said, that Welder's so effective for this forward-pushing Marine team. That fade is hurting pretty bad, so he's got to be really careful. Toby going down to that shotgun blast by Gliss. So many med packs. Oh, and not thinking about it. Fix able to come in and take out Gliss. Fabrication. Why I know it's saying it's been claimed, even though it's been claimed for quite some time. It looks like the Marines have grabbed hydroanalysis. Still no phase tech. Level 2 weapons going online. So, you know, the Marines are holding momentum, which means they don't need phase tech. But I really think with these higher life forms up now, well, at least one, Danny, it does look like Fix did go down. To have these higher life forms on level right now means that the Marines are going to possibly need that forward momentum. They're going to need that phase tech to help them, you know, hold their ground if the fades are able to take them down. The problem is the fades aren't. We've now got 3 out, though, so that could change the tide a little bit. But losing that first fade was not a good thing for the alien team here. And they really got to start putting the pressure up now. Remember, there is no blink, so they're shadow stepping completely right now. Oh, that was a high pressure move by Valve, and going right into a triangle of Marines is just a deadly move. Marines making their way back into fabrication. Fabrication is done. It has been researched as a shade hive, and I'm not quite sure about that. I mean, they've got their own reasons. Probably silence. Level 3 weapons being researched. With the addition of that second command station, you now see Nano Shield coming out, which is a big saving factor to these Marines. Again, buying time. So without the phase gates, the Marines that have died can make their way back while these other 3 are holding their own. I would guess that we're probably going to see an arc push at this point. Once level 3 weapons gets up, that building a robo is a pretty smart idea for them to attack both Fab and Monorail. Fades can't do a ton of damage to structures, so you're really saving yourself a lot by just being able to hold back and defend your arcs while they do all the damage. Phase tech finally started. Fix working on gravity control. We've got Arline making his way back right now to defend, but he's going to lose that RT. They're going to put pressure here on Plaza. You know, this is a good idea. Work on this res. Keep the alien res low. You don't want them to be able to rebuild hives as you're taking them down. You don't want to be able to continue to research abilities. They do have Blink finally going, which is a good thing. But, you know, still, this could pose problems for the alien team. Danny down his fade. That is a huge loss. Again, with every fade that goes down, the pressure that the aliens are able to keep on the Marines means nothing. Llama's got to be really careful in here, taking a couple really serious hits there, but they're going to lose this RT in Plaza. Toby pressuring the second command station. If the Marines lose the ability to nano shield, that could be a really big positive for the aliens because that nano shield has helped quite a bit. Heidi and Boom going to make their way quickly in here, get Toby to run off, and we'll probably see a phase gate get placed here now. And switch to Bitey view. Again, they're stalking res, which is a smart move on their part. Cut off the alien flow. That way they can't rebuild or research if they've got nothing coming in. So it looks like they're definitely going to go for this phase gate here in Hydro Analysis. It's a good location to have a phase gate. I'd actually recommend even putting an IP in Hydro. It's a good location to respawn in, and it makes Marine Start not such a vulnerable location if it gets attacked and does indeed go down. Heidi getting off a great shot on Danny while he's midair. Valve making his way in his fade, but just again, not going to be very effective, and they're going to even grab the res here at energy flow. Pressure happening over an observation. You got Gorgeous moving in, starting to take out res. Starting to take out Sis to move this infestation back. And this is a smart move. You know, again, everything costs the alien team money. So if they really want to move forward, they're going to have to do a lot of pressure here. And it looks like the Marines are really the ones keeping the pressure. Silence now online. We'll see if that makes any difference here with these skulks and higher life forms. Oh, and Vald. Wow, that was not a good move by Vald. He goes in to try to get the kill on, gets stuck between the two Marines in a shotgun, and goes down. So that means only... Oh, I was about to speak too soon. Llama goes down, which means Toby has to sacrifice his res instead of Onos to go for fade, which is probably more effective anyway, because, let's face it, level 3 weapons, level 3 armor, shotguns, that's pretty much nothing to go against an Onos. The Onos is just going to take him down like crazy. You can just see as I switch into camera view, Toby goes down. That's the loss of the final fade on this team. And at this point, there's not a whole lot they can do. I'm sure they're wondering, why isn't Nexzil just coming in to finish it? So for those of you that are checking this out, this is Natural Selection 2. You're watching Nexzil versus Mercury. Nexzil has played a very aggressive game, and they've done a great job as Marines. They've been holding off on res. They've secured a lot of early res. The aliens were not very aggressive, going for the second hive first, really, rather than really spreading to be aggressive. If this phase gate gets up, and oh my god, Llama down so easily as fade again. If this phase gate gets up in Plaza, these aliens are just in a lot of trouble. There's not a whole lot they're going to be able to do. Fix is going to go down, which means that this phase gate definitely will probably go up at this point. Pressure coming from two Marines over here, Boom and Bitey, healing each other with that welder, getting great shots with shotguns. Let's go ahead and check out Era's view as the Gorge. Era constantly just trying to heal whatever defensive towers he has. Just trying to keep this hive afloat. Again, I don't know really why. They don't have really any higher life forms. They can buy the higher life forms, but they're going down so easily. I just don't think they have an effective enough player to help them at this point. Llama going after the phase gate in Hydro Analysis. And we'll go ahead and check back up here in fabrication.
Command station under attack.
Yeah, just not a whole lot that they can do here. It will cause Bitey and Boom to come back, though. And there we go. A robotics factory has been researched here in Plaza, which means that it will just roll right into about here and should be able to take down the hive. This allows the Marines to get a great position to defend because they can just kind of sit back and fire and be in here and fire and work on these locations pretty easily. This has been fun to watch as a shotgunner stalking his prey.
Build structure and wait.
And they're actually going for sentry turrets. Wow, I can't believe I'm actually seeing this.
Build structure and waypoint.
So the sentry turrets are up. Fix is going to make his way in here. He's going to hear those sentry turrets and say, you know, I don't think so. Gorgeous clearing out. This is really good. They do have biobomb researching. Maybe a little too late. The arcs are going to begin to roll out here pretty quick. There goes the first one. And they're not even going to wait. They're going to take the two arcs, roll them into place. Again, having, 3 Marines here to defend. The second command station doesn't even really matter that much at this point. And the question will be, how aggressive are they going to get? The answer is very. They're going to move in and try to take down the eggs. Fix is going to do what he can. Now 3 arcs out here. They're building an observatory so they don't even have to waste scans. Yikes. This is just a meat locker. I mean, anything that walks in here is going to die. These Marines have so much power. Do have a Skulk working on the obs at main. Second chair also taking damage. Now we're going to lose this, even with 2 Gorges working on it. I mean, at the moment you can see that it's doing a lot of damage. He actually can't scan anymore because he lost his obs. So the Marines have to move in order to allow the arcs to have a target to fire on. Hive down 3% will go down. Arrow will go down. Danny will go down. And just that one hive up. 53 res in the bank. They could rebuild if they needed to. No phase gate at Marine start. Probably would have been great to have a Gorge biobombing here at Marine start. Again, Nexzil doesn't place IPs at their second command station. So theoretically, if they could have taken down these IPs, they could have stopped the Marines for quite some time, or even killed the Marines and won the game. Marines aren't going to let them rebuild, so they're probably going to secure fabrication here, and then they'll just roll right in to Monorail and take them out. Let's go ahead and see what Danny's going to do to Skulk. You are watching a Wasabi One production. This is a PCW between Nexzil and Mercury, and I thank you for watching my YouTube channel. You can also check out more at wasabi1.com. Listen to our podcast, new episode coming out soon. Danny walks right into a mine, quickly retreats out of that room, which is probably a wise assumption on his part. Marines are beginning to make their way arcs are beginning to roll as well. 3 arcs are making their way to those Marines. They're going to get power up here in Silo. Probably a forward phase gate here even would be a great location, or at least an armory to be able to hold off any onslaught. And there goes the phase gate, folks. Mighty and Boom, 3 arcs behind him. Danny trying to get the drop on him from above. They're reloading now. Danny could get a couple good bites. Danny able to take down Bitey. And then Boom is just surrounded by Skulks, taking down 2 of the 3. Vald wins, but the 3 arcs are here with the phase gate. And Vald's going to work on the phase gate because he thinks that's more important. Bitey's going to quickly come in. Vald is going to go down. And they actually ignore Vald and head on forward. Let's go ahead and watch Bitey's view.
Build structure at waypoint.
So the aliens did try to drop another hive up in fabrication, but it does go down.
Build structure at waypoint.
And there you go. They're not able to get up these sentry turrets. And Mercury calls the GG. So well played by Nexzil, keeping the pressure up. I do feel like at 30 minutes, though, with how much pressure they had this whole time, that they waited a little long for those arcs. And that they could have moved a little bit quicker there. But this has been Game 1. We will bring you another video on demand here in just a moment with Game 2.